Hola! Today we're going to be reviewing the Pretérito because we're going to be getting into preterite versus imperfect, these two past tenses that you've now learned, but it's been a while since we took a look at the Pretérito. So to start off, we are just going to do the regular conjugations for AR, ER, and IR verbs. We have STO, amos, astes, and aron. And ER and IR verbs, iste, io, imos, istes, and ieron. Now you've already learned a lot of the preterite conjugations, and there are some patterns that we saw. We have kargar and zar verbs, which are your regular yos. Ir and ser, which are actually conjugated exactly the same in the pretérito. That was your fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuistes, and fueron. Dar and ver, which are really similar. Oír and leer, which are similar, and they have those y's in there. We have estar and tener, which are similar, very similar to hacer as well, just a different stem. Decir has a J in it, super strange, and then we have some of our stem-changing ones right here. So normally to conjugate these verbs, you drop the ending, so the AR, the ER, the IR. There are tons of irregulars, and this is a list of some of those that are irregular. Now you've already learned hacer, and it drops to this, except for in the ella usted form, it actually is HIC. And then the rest of them that you've learned, estar takes the stem estuv, and similarly we have tuv for tener. Andar is really similar. Here's one of your new ones. We have anduv, venir, bin, poder, pud, poner, pus, querer, quis, saber, sup, and caber, cup. And to use all of these verbs, the endings that we use are iste, o, imos, istes, and ieron. Okay, a couple examples. So in order to say, like, I walked, I would choose andar, so anduv. I add my ending, anduve. Yo anduve. Or if I wanted to say, he wanted, él quiso. Or we had, nosotros tuvimos. Or they put, ellos pusieron. Okay, here's another set of verbs that are slightly different but pretty much the same. We have decir. Our stem for this is dich, traer, tra, conducir, conduh, and traducir, traduh. Okay, here are the endings that you're going to use. Iste, o, imos, istes, eran. So the only difference here is in the ellos y ustedes form, like the rest of the verbs, the other ones had an I right there, right before this E. Okay, however in these ones they do not. So, weird thing about these stems, you'll notice that they all end in a J. So if you wanted to say, I said, yo dije. You brought. Tú trajiste. We drove. Condujimos. Or he translated. Tradujo. So there you have it, the Pretérito. There are tons of irregulars. Focus on the regular ones, and then focus on those stems that you just learned, and then those separate endings, okay? Go back and review all of those. We are going to be the Pretérito versus the Imperfecto. So coming soon, we're going to be learning about what is the difference between these two past tenses that you've now learned. When do we use them? So make sure that you are mastering your conjugations of the Pretérito and the Imperfecto. So when we get to this, it'll be that much easier. Adios.